already paying the wazoo, and her mother cut off the budget and said, "Oh, we don't have enough money for this because your dad ain't paying us nothing." Come on,
Okay.
Look at you're not living in squalor.
So now, we were watching this whole thing because the gentleman here,
Come on.
I was the only one that's up to speed. I was the only one that was up to speed, but Daniel B. and Ulrich, we decided to start watching this program that was breaking down this so well. And we have to give nothing but respect to the young lady who we're going to watch right now. What's her name?
Layla Lynn Media.
Layla Lynn Media, you did your thing, girl. We are
Free
impressed.
Free plug.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yo, we gotta respect what
She got 86,000 views. We get
regardless of the views. We just like what she does.
We
like what she does.
We like what she does.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna play what she's doing here. Because why we're gonna sit here for 27 minutes and then give our commentary? We are now gonna use her show and we're gonna give our commentary to it. So you are respected. Thank you for understanding. I don't even want to sit. Come on.
Says since I was like 16, 17, he literally forced me into needing therapy. But says sorry he doesn't have.
Okay, we're gonna start it from here. All right, pause it.
You're gonna accept.
All right. So what we have is a situation where Father's Day just happened. Father's Day happens, and one of Russell Simmons, this is cool, Russell Simmons' daughter texts the mother and herself walking down the runway back in the baby fat days for Father's Day. Did not text the father, text the mother. So in return, the father...
She posted the mother on Instagram.
She posted her mother on Instagram.
For Father's Day.
What?
For Father's Day.
For Father's Day. I thought I said that. I
Come
didn't say that.
in the camera.
Come on. So
That's
now,
a little bit of a thing. I'm sorry.
yeah, so now what we have is we have Father's Day, and one of the children, one of the daughters says, I'm going to post my mother for Father's Day. I'm not here to start any drama. I'm not here to start any shit. I am just going to show my mother some love on Father's Day. This is a person who's totally innocent here and is not trying to stir the pot in any way, not trying to be relevant in these clout chasing streets.
Elvis, I sense a hint of sarcasm there.
I do too.
No, this is a pure, heartfelt, loving time, Father's Day. Let me post me and my mom.
Well, he doubled down, so he can't be sarcastic. Listen, all right.
All right. So the,
All right.
so the father sends the text messages like, "Yo, your mother, I'm suing her and her ex-man. They owe me $250 million. Rah. So he's constantly they releasing text messages that he says, and he keeps bringing up the lawsuit that he has with the ex-wife, which is he left her a bunch of money for the kids, and she just took it and paid some restitution on her husband, who was being charged with a federal crime. So
Her new husband.
here. Watch out! I just spilled a little bit of my energy.
And actually, we can go right in because this is one of the first things that made us stop and want to go live so quickly.
Exactly, yeah.
Because-
Ulrich is gonna play. We was like, we just going live.
So I'll just read the whole text again. I do my best. This is the daughter speaking to Russell. I do my best. I did not side with anyone over any legal business. He's been directly harming me. Oh, I gotta talk like he's been directly harming me. He tries to get my mom by hurting us. Since I was 16, 17, he literally forced me into needing therapy. But said, sorry, he doesn't have $100 a month to pay for the session. All right. So what struck me here.
Ulrich.
That's good. Did I sound
That was-
sassy? That wasn't racist at all, was it?
Sexist, not racist.
Sex is good. Sex, I'm fine there. I'm fine there.
Come on, Daniel, but you in the middle. I'm on the edge. Come on.
All right, but what really stuck out, is that she had the audacity to say that Russell forced her into needing therapy. Now,
That's what she said.
I don't even know where this.
This man forced me to need some damn therapy. Daniel B stuff is so nice. You can't just put the glass anywhere. You gotta put it on the coaster. Anyway.
I also want you guys to remember this is a young lady going through a lot.
Oh, I'm not mad at the young. I'm not even necessarily mad at the young
What do you
lady.
mean by that?
I'm not. Go ahead, Dan.
She's a youth. She's, you know.
How old is she? Didn't she just finish college?
Yeah, she's like 20 something.
No, she is a young girl. I'm not mad at the young lady. When I saw this, I already knew what happened. What
happened?
The biggest issue I saw is that that this is how Kimora Lee mothers. This is how Kimora Lee mothers, like through therapy and medication, and
Well, she said
urgent therapy, and she raised her daughter to be so mentally unfilled or so mentally unresilient that after a discussion, after something like a discussion or something, she needs
Via
an
text.
emergency
Via
emergency
text.
medication. Now listen, young people have problems. I'm not invalidating mental illness, but this seems reactionary. This seems like coping. This is a drug. This is her taking a hit. This is no different than saying I need drugs after I need mommy, I don't feel good. Here, take a hit of this. That's the kind of parenting I see there.
I don't know if it's parenting though. It could just be her saying, you know what, I'm going through this.
No. Okay, sorry, go on.
I'm going through this. This is what I'm feeling. And since my dad got me this therapist, this is what the therapist said I need to do.
No, but she didn't say. But no, she
said that her father's the one who forced her to do therapy.
No.
That's the point he's making.
Yeah, that's the point. I was 16, 17. He literally forced me into needing therapy.
Exactly.
No, not into therapy. Forced me into needing therapy.
I think therapy
Yeah,
is
because
really
she
good.
told her mother went like this to her. Her mother said, hold on. Her mother, the hypothetical story time, right? Hypothetical time. The mom says to the daughter, how did your conversation with your father go? And the daughter was like, well, he wasn't really happy again and kind of angry. And he kept bringing up money. And she's like, I just really hate that you have to hear him talk to you.
Oh, yes,
And you don't deserve that. Do you need me to call
Miss Katz?
Do you need me to call our
Dr.
therapist?
Katz.
You need me to call Dr. Blank Blank Blank? And she's like, no, I'm good. Well, if you need me to call her, I'll do that for you. It's up to you. Now this young woman is tossing and turning, saying, maybe I do need to go talk to the doctor.
Because as a young woman, she probably has conflicting thoughts.
Yeah.
Unsure
Maybe
of
I
herself.
need to find out what's going on. So let's keep playing. This thing is 27
Hold on one
minutes.
second. I just want to say one thing. Hold up.
Oh,
Hypothetical.
hypothetical.
Maybe she's talking to her dad. Russell is very aggressive. He curses a lot. Anyone who knows him knows he does that. He says a lot of words. Probably said something to her where she was just like, whoa. And Kumar probably said, yo, your father, that's the way he is. Daughter says, I can't cope with that. Mom says, you know what? I don't know how to help you because I learned to deal with it. Maybe you need to talk to someone about that.
No, wait, Daniel. I don't
Okay,
disagree.
hold on. Let's go back.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree you at what might have triggered. I don't know Russell Simmons. I don't know I don't know how hard he goes or how soft he goes.
Well, in
it-
August, I will find out when I go to his, resort in Bali
Oh Jesus, with the humble
and do the
brags.
yoga. And do the yoga.
All right. Look,
You can cross your legs like Russell?
Yeah. Well, not like Russell.
Please
He really
don't
does
do that.
Listen, but so I don't disagree with the sentiment about Russell may be a jerk. Russell may be very rude. The fact that this is her reaction to the rudeness is indicative of the parenting. And Russell, to me, I don't know that Russell did anything wrong. I'm even playing devil's advocate and assuming he did go too far and was rude. The fact that this is her reaction, this is how reactionary she is to something
But I feel like anyone, I hate to say this, I feel like a lot of kids in that stature with that type of
she
status,
needs time from her dad. She needs to block her.
I
All right,
think-
that's I'm moving ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
okay, I'm
moving
gonna say
ahead.
this. I think kids now, especially when they're of that echelon, therapy is the first. That's just what they do.
At what age do you think that our kid? Because we're moving the age of adolescent, and I don't know the age of adolescent needs to be in your 20s. That's odd.
We're moving the age of adolescence?
Yeah.
Well, remember,
That she's in her 20s, and she's you assume that she's graduated. I don't even know how old she is, but let's just go from your assumption that she was either in college age or graduated college.
Yes.
The fact that she's at the fact that she's at the point where she's in desperate need of something at that age of independence, I think is more
well,
troublesome.
she said this was at 16 or 17, so this is when it started. But you know what? I digress.
That's when he started making her need it.
Yes.
You know what that's called? Not taking accountability.
I needed therapy, and my mother forced me to need it at the age of 2.
I don't know the
I got
situation.
nothing.
I cannot confirm or deny. I don't know what his mother.
No, I'm not
situation
saying
with
that
his mother.
I joke. I'm being joking at the age of 2, but
But you
I-
got to be careful with that, Daniel,
Yeah.
because on this mic here, we have what's called the never forget. These YouTube streets never forget. So if you had a mom in the home that was a certain kind of mom, that you say, you, like her, she says, right here, literally forced me into needing therapy. And you say to yourself, the need,
Yes.
the needing therapy, I was
yes.
forced that on me by the trauma that I was suffering from at home.
I'm gonna be honest. If therapy was available like it is now, back then, and I was known, I would have benefited from it at a young age.
How do you? Well, you tell me. There's no way you could gauge that. How?
Just to have, hold on,
Thank
just
you.
to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, but you don't know how successful or how
No.
mature
Again,
or rid of your demons that would have
see,
brought
but
you.
again, someone to express my feelings to, even if it's you
At,
gotta say,
at what age?
but
though?
no, my age to me,
At
it
what
would have been.
age?
It would have been. It would have for me personally. I believe I would have benefited from it in my teens, in my early teens.
No,
But that's every boy.
This is
Again,
beautiful.
wait, hold on,
This is
no.
perfect.
See, wait,
I
hold
didn't
on.
realize what just happened.
Everyone
on.
needs somebody to talk to, man.
Exactly, but my thing is, do we have that person to talk to?
What do you
A
mean
person,
do-
hold on,
yeah.
hold on. I did not have an objective person to talk to. I didn't know there was no one I can go to who either didn't know my mother or just
You're not going to always understand your traumas. Sometimes you work through them to grow through your traumas.
I
If you have somebody
understand.
walking through your,
Again.
if you have somebody walking through your traumas, you're not going to be able to build on your traumas. And you think it's going to. There's an easy way to guide yourself, because we were talking about this on the last show about a person the making sacrifice, having in order to grow, to go through something. Go through some kind of experience, or go through and come out the other side. If every time we come out the other side we had a cheat code, how would we be able to go to and how would we be able to grow from? What's the point of
Okay,
growing
okay.
if you have someone
But my
along the
thing
way?
is, how is it should not grow to be having someone educate you on how to grow?
You can't.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Wait, so when you say, wait, hold on a second. So if I'm sitting there finding it, hold on a second. If I'm sitting there,
Teach you how to
hold on
grow.
a second. If I'm sitting there,
You're 14, 15.
yes, I'm 14,
Still don't
15.
teach
Hold
it.
on.
Okay.
I'm 14 and 15. I'm frustrated with my mother. All I want to do is leave the house. I want to run away. I do not know how to deal with her. A therapist is listening. Sits there and says, well, why don't you try this method? Why don't you try this method? Why don't you try this method? Why don't you think about you running away and the problems that it actually could cause? So what you're doing is not planning my life. She's giving me options on how to deal with situations.
That's what you think.
Hold on. No.
That's your assumption.
Yeah, that's my assumption, but it could happen. Your assumption that it can't happen. My assumption is a therapist sometimes give you these tools, just like a teacher does. Hold on.
That's perfect.
I have,
Beautiful.
yes,
That's where
I
I was
have
going to go
a
with that.
math. I have a math problem. They may help you, give you different ways to solve that problem. They don't solve the problem for you.
We all have teachers along the way. Okay,
Exactly.
go ahead.
And a
We all have
therapist-
teachers
and a
along the way
therapist
who
could-
help us move along.
A
the side.
therapist could
All right.
be a teacher.
Yeah, but we all have teachers along the way growing up. We all have to have teachers. Do we all learn?
No, but you get that right. But it was hard
What
for me
do
to
you
learn. Hold on, it was hard for me to learn math.
Listen,
And
just
so
having
hold
an
on.
option for a therapist to having a, in fact, it's only regression for a teacher. A teacher has to teach you specific things in order to move forward in life. Arithmetic, English, you have to learn certain things in order to function in society. If a psychiatrist is trying to teach you how to mentally
I didn't
be
say
able to,
psychiatrist, I said therapist.
a therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist,
No different, totally different.
Social worker,
okay,
all
so,
different,
so
all
I'm putting needing any of them being necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about anything because they also have certain. I know psychiatry has to do with diagnosing and and prescribing,
Mm-hmm.
and I know they're different fields, but as far as you helping you move forward or mentally or help, especially as a child, especially when you're growing and when you're forming, having somebody need you to outside of your parents, outside of your teachers, you still need somebody to mold you more along the way. So if you have three different aspects helping you grow, all right, teachers helping you mature, a teacher is supposed to help you mature, right?
It's supposed to educate you. Right?
It's supposed to help you along the way. It's supposed to guide you, I guess. In other words, if you ask them for guidance, like you would
In
need guidance
education,
from. Well, I think you don't think a teacher provides general guidance at all, or I guess a guidance counselor. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you have a teacher, you have a parent, and you have all these people helping you grow. Now, why is it necessary? Why do you think it would be helpful if you had a therapist to help you grow? And do you think three different parameters helping you grow would do anything negative to stifle your growth?
I don't know, but I know it will. Okay, let me put it. I'm gonna give you one example.
Yeah, that's my point.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
give you.
know.
I'm gonna give
So
you.
you're saying that
Hold on a
you
second.
need a therapist.
I said I think I would benefit from one.
But why?
Hold on. Let me tell you. I fractured my arm. Right. Fractured my arm as a kid on a skateboard. I decided to go down the hill without knowing how to use a skateboard and jump off a ramp.
Yeah.
Fractured my arm.
Yeah.
Everyone knew it was a fracture. Everyone could have put a thing on me and said, "Okay, this is done. You know, it's done. This is the correct way to do it. You know, you're gonna feel pain for a while, but it's gonna done." What my mother did was took me to a doctor, and I was like, "Why are you taking me to a doctor when you could have just put a thing on it?" She said, "Because I want to make sure that it heals correctly, and a doctor will know what procedures to do and make sure that it can heal properly." You guys keep thinking therapists are not. They're similar to.
Please don't speak for me.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. In my mind, therapists are similar to doctors and teachers. They all have their benefits. The more the merrier.
Their expertise, you mean?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So just like I went to a doctor when I had a medical condition. If I have a condition where I don't know how to deal with something, I go to a therapist. If I have a problem with education, I go to a teacher.
The difference between all those. This is how a therapist is very different.
Have you been to a therapist?
Yes, I had to. I was when I was a kid. I was a trouble kid. They made me see therapists. They made me look at plots, all that nonsense.
Did you not like your therapist?
Liking has nothing. You're missing the point. Let me
You
focus.
didn't see the benefit of having a therapist?
No, not at all. Because my personality did not function well for a therapist to be successful. That's not how my.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's not. But it goes beyond that because I don't just say that because of my personality. I feel like isn't helpful for therapy. I know something is personal to me. I'm not using that to paint a broad brush of people who do therapy. I'm talking about the effectiveness of therapy and that it went past the therapy being an option. That therapy has become a necessity and almost a rite of passage, and kids are almost unable to cope with anything without therapy. And now I'm not saying therapy or a form of therapy is not useful in some crazy stances, especially people who are extremely disturbed and maybe have somebody standing next to them, they might bite somebody. I don't know, just somebody along. I'm talking about a crazy scenario. What I'm talking about, the issue I have with therapy is the fact that you went back in time and you thought that therapy would have been useful for you.
I said there's a possibility. I said I feel I could have. I thought
you said you would have, but all right, say could have. Say could. What could have doesn't okay.
benefit from therapy.
I mean, I guess you could have. You could have benefited for anything,
Exactly.
but could. I'm not saying what you
You
could
could have
have
benefited from having a father in the home.
Yeah,
That too.
yeah, but how do you?
Okay?
But, yeah.
Let's just talk about this for
All
one
right,
second.
just think. The only her. So to go back to what this lady said, sorry, because I can't. This drives me insane. To go back to what this lady said, it's I don't know. I'm sorry I was talking to Daniel so much. It's her need and the felt that she felt it was necessary or she had to do therapy is not indicative of therapy being necessary or therapy being helpful. It's that people currently, I don't know how you're gaslighted somehow in the future, people being gaslighted to think that they need therapy in order to cope with themselves. Therapy isn't any more useful or therapy has a baseline usefulness depending on the individual, right? And I think that usefulness range, like, so for me therapy doesn't really work well for me. I don't really, and I think for even people in general, is therapy for an option? I don't know that therapy has any effectiveness. The issue, especially with her, is that she thought she needed therapy. She doesn't even know how powerful her mental. No one knows how
needed
powerful.
therapy because of her father.
Yeah, but
Her father and her relationship meant that he's the one. He's traumatizing me. I need now to speak to someone and find some sort of truism through this other source. Because I can't get it from my mother because that's who he's beefing with. And I can't get it from her new husband because maybe he's paying me no mind. And can I get it from my boyfriend? Well, now they're talking. He's calling him. And I'm such a wreck because of you. Look what you've done to me.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just not start no trouble and be a nice person and not have any drama and post a picture of me and my mom on Father's Day. Because I am not a troublemaker. I'm not look at me. I'm the person who was forced into needing therapy.
Yeah, and therapy clearly gave her cognitive dissonance because she said that she didn't want to start any issue, and she started the issue.
I was forced into this. I'm forced.
The therapy's really doing her well.
Maybe she stopped going to therapy.
No, I think
we don't know. Seriously, we don't know.
Everybody,
we don't know.
I'll tell you this. Everybody, I know a few people that go to therapy, and none of them seem like it's doing them any good.
Okay, let's.
Therapy is it's like a drug. It's like heroin. You have to keep taking it.
I go to therapy and it's amazing. I have a therapist and a psychoanalyst.
Yeah, you're very well adjusted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would be I would be more. This is the work that's been done.
Look at him. Look what he thinks. That's
therapy
crazy.
is amazing.
This is like fascinating. It's like
therapy is amazing. I think everyone should
like
try
watching
it.
some Matrix.
It's like
shit.
yoga.
It's like
it's like working
he's
out.
He's like a salesperson.
It's like
he
if
doesn't
you
know
have a medical
how
issue,
effective it's been.
go to the doctor.
Okay, we have to talk one at a time.
Okay, let's go to the.
Sorry, we're gonna keep playing this because this is getting good.
Oh man, that gets my goat, man.
Wow. It gets my goat, man.
You want to play that while he's looking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said he basically cut her off financially. $100 a month doesn't sound like much, but when you're being petty, it's a lot. She posted another picture of their text, and she said, "It gave me a panic attack. Don't make me regret introducing him to you." Now she's referring to her boyfriend. She said her father.
This young woman is saying that she had a panic attack knowing that the father is communicating with the boyfriend. A panic attack.
No, I think introducing her to her boyfriend.
Don't make me regret introducing you. Yes. That's because the father is communicating with that young man, her man. Mm-hmm. And she's regretting it because of the panic attack. We're talking about a very fragile mind.
Yeah, right. And also, how fragile should she be? She has to block people sporadically for space. Like, she just can't handle people texting her.
If I block him or some space, he harasses my boyfriend and friends, literally college students. So now she is broad stroking college students is being way too like kind of young and immature.
Oh, I didn't realize
See that? Like they
I didn't
kind
say-
of, they college students.
No.
Don't
Like,
tell college students.
No.
College students, I thought
I
they were
didn't
the
even realize
future.
that.
I thought the college students are
I didn't even
the
realize-
minds of the future. Shouldn't we like be able to have a conversation?
She's an attacker that probably hates being attacked. She's
Great point.
She has all. She's warped.
That is
She's
something,
very
honestly,
warped.
respectfully. I said, we're family. Your mom was the attacker who hated to be attacked. This is Daniel suffered from that tremendously coming up.
Man.
She's like she ain't did nothing wrong. I'm like, I heard what
And
you said.
play the victim. I don't want to.
I heard what you said. I heard what you said to my cousin. Now you better slow that down. You remember Daniel? I used to be like, whoa, wait a minute. All right, let's continue. And we got to give this lady credit. What's her name? Alita Lynn?
Layla Lynn.
Layla Lynn Media on YouTube. Layla
I didn't
Lynn
know about
Media.
this.
She does good work. My wife is subscribed to her.
Will text her boyfriend, allegedly call and text her boyfriend to get at her. And she put on top of the message, if I block him for some space, he'd harass my boyfriend. My friends, literally college students.
Oh, I think that was supposed to be for.
Yeah, a lot of
That's what
college students.
not for.
College
Not for.
children.
Our college at 17, they're children. And she's
College
saying that he
children.
has
College
contacted
students.
them,
You
her
say
friends,
children.
to get at her.
No, college. No,
Which
literally,
is a mess.
children was children
And
was
this is the
like an
message she
insult.
wrote to
Literally,
Look,
She said, Dad, I stopped talking to you because you were giving me panic attacks to the point I was placed on emergency medication every time we spoke. I cannot have a
Lord.
relationship
Sorry,
with you
sorry.
until that stops. So no one stops me from talking to you. My health does. I have to put that first.
Just stop that! Please stop that there. What? This is all right. This is next level of non. I can't even like be apologetic towards her anymore, or like for being a young person. This is just, she's like she has bad moral character. She has so like my health does. No one stops talking for you. My health
then
does.
it's coming.
Like, this is no longer mental health. This is just bad moral character. I'm not sure about mental health problems. I'm talking about you not being you're not being able to reconcile that you're not able to make good decisions or decisions that are not selfish or don't hurt other people and not able to see past yourself. But you're also so mentally weak that you just literally can't take it and you get anxiety attacks anytime something upsets you. So, but you confuse that with mental health, and that's the biggest thing I'm taking away. We're confusing bad moral character, and we're saying, well, I need therapy for this. I can't stop doing bad stuff. Why can't I just can't get up in the morning? I just can't go to school. I can't do anything. I need something. I can't. I can't. There's nothing the medication can do for you that your legs can't. Sorry, I had that.
Rebuttal.
All she is saying is, I'm getting these panic attacks and I'm learning how to deal with it. I cannot deal with you until I learn how to deal with it. It's like me sitting there going to a peanut store and I'm allergic to peanuts. Until I get over this or find out what my allergy is, I can no longer do this. Give me time to do it. But you don't give me time because you harass my friends, you harass my boyfriend, you harass everyone else when I say I need space instead of giving me the space that I'm asking for.
I never knew a man could speak like that.
No.
Respectfully. That is wow. Let's continue. I say that I mean, whoa. Woo.
She said, every time I spoke to you, you would yell and scream about a legal situation that
What
I
you
cannot
say?
even respond to because I am not involved. I am your child, not your lawyer, your ex-wife, any of it. I can do nothing. Yet you yell at me like it's my fault. You were putting so much anger and rage on me every phone call. Cursing, screaming, and God knows what else. I'm sorry, but I cannot be the target of that. It's not fair. It got to the point I could not hear your voice without having an anxiety attack. You have to at least respect I'm putting my health and well-being first.
Oh my God.
So I woke up this morning with a very disturbing message on my phone from, it seems as though one of my baby daddies has a little problem. Oh, hi, Wolfie.
Proud of that? I hate her now.
Okay, I love you.
Yeah.
So I woke up this morning.
Look how she
some
wakes up. Look at the
just
necklace.
Look at she gonna beat up, Kyle. She's
one of my
big
baby
beat up.
guys. Now those are
You know,
things that
that's
know
makeup,
me
so you look like you don't
Yeah,
have makeup
exactly.
on.
She thinks
for
she's slick.
176 years. I'm a single mom of 5 kids, and I have 3 baby guys. 3. I said it. 1, 2, 3. So one of them, Muscle Women's, is seeming to be a little bit upset because my oldest daughter, who's 23, about to be 24, a whole ass adult, posted a message to me that said, "Happy Father's Day." And I reposted that, and he was, I guess, upset. I don't really know. He posted a message, a cryptic message that said,
Cryptic.
something about, don't ask the dads why they're not with their kids. Ask the moms why they couldn't be there, why they weren't allowed. So I took that as a situation, because many people sent that to me, and I've noticed that he sends other messages too that are like, talking about brainwashing and stuff and of kids and all of this. I would just like to say, and I hate to do all this, but when you come for me like ding dong, I'm there, up out of my bed, I'm here to give it all of it to you that you wanted, sir. So I would just like to say my 2 girls, and Aoki Lee feels the same way, even whether she posted it or not. My 2 girls just recently graduated from college. Aoki graduated from Harvard University. She's one of the youngest students, certainly young women of color,
I wonder how she got
to
in.
graduate from there at 20, at such a young age in probably most of recent history. We can go back together and see exactly when that was, but she's one of them. My other daughter, who's 23, about to be 24, also a whole ass adult, Ming, just graduated from NYU. It was very, very tough. I know you moms know this, and dads, and all the family members. It's not like one graduation, it's like 10. It's a different group, it's a different this, it's a different that. I went to New York for NYU. Congratulations to all the NYU graduates. I saw so many of my friends I haven't seen in forever that have like kids my kids' age, and they're my age. So I saw so many people. I saw models from back in the day. That one girl, Anna Gitana, came from Ethiopia. I mean, I saw people from all over. So shout out to everybody in New York. I did the same in Boston with Aoki at Harvard. My mom was there. She's an immigrant. She's Korean Japanese. We were just super emotionally taken over by all of this and the accomplishments of all of our kids. And I say all of our kids because I talk to so many parents here, and a lot of people, everybody probably watching here knows me. So we've been through this together with my kids, with your kids, with everybody's kids. So some people who were noticeably absent was their dad. And Mr. Simmons. And so I noticed then, as soon as we started posting our graduation pictures and all these things, he starts to post on his Instagram. People send it to me because he's blocked by all my children and myself. He's blocked. We don't engage with him. We don't talk to him. We haven't spoken to him in many months. Many months. Probably going on years.
What?
But I noticed that he started to
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make
Many months, probably going on years. Also, he didn't show up to the graduation, but we have not communicated with him neither. So
That's
does
the
he
devil.
even
That's
know?
the devil right there.
Does he even
That's the
know?
devil.
Where
That's
did-
the devil right there.
Like
That's the devil.
They're like what? He's
First
supposed
off,
to
That's the devil
anybody
right
ever
there.
see Kimura, she's probably not wearing makeup. She's just beautiful.
Oh my
Secondly-
God!
Stop
God,
it. Secondly,
jeez,
stop
Dad.
it.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, no, seriously.
God,
Secondly,
damn.
stop.
Come
secondly,
on,
you
man.
pointed to her pearls
They look
that she
beautiful.
just looked. Yeah.
I think
Sometimes
they
I
look
sleep with my chain. It happens. All right,
Oh,
I'll leave it at
jeez
that.
Louise. All right, no,
Well, you
Dana,
just
come
got
back, come
this
back,
chain.
come back,
Come
come
on.
back.
And I fell asleep in it sometimes. That's how I wake up. I woke up like this. Maybe she Beyonce. Who knows?
No, I don't mind her waking up like that. I don't mind her putting on a little makeup, freshening
Maybe
up.
she didn't put
I
on
don't
makeup.
mind. You know what else she's doing though? Do you know what else she's doing?
What?
She is holding the tape that is pushing her face up. That's what she's also doing. She's holding the tape that's pushing her face up.
Look at Dave's face. Look at the
Boom.
I don't know about that.
And if we were better YouTubers, I would go to the real quick clip on how the women doing it. You know, it's nothing wrong if you want to tape your face now, but I see you holding it. You don't want that tape to come loose while you live. That's a fact.
Yes,
I
because
wonder
you
what
know this is the
recommendations.
tape that I'm using right now.
No, not you. You're a man. You're not gonna do that. But this is a real thing. I'm not talking about anything fake. But this is what women do. They tape up, and then they make sure that they'll spend that whole time live, just like this, to make sure that they holding up that chin. And she is wearing makeup, but it's very tasteful. It looks great. She looks great. I'm not mad at her. The chain looks good. But this is not a woman who can go fresh faced. Those days are over. And respectfully,
I'm not even here to
ain't
talk
nothing wrong
about
with that.
Yeah, her looks is the least of her problems.
Or I know you had a lot of issues with this clip. What did you?
I mean, I want
start?
to, well, first of all, I wanted to mention the first thing she said about her bragging about her kids going to Harvard and Yale, or Harvard and NYU. You know, calling my skepticism, but I have a strong inkling that there was more than the children's merit. That more than the children's merit that got him up there. I don't know. I think maybe an endowment. Maybe Russell Simmons somehow. Russell Simmons' fatherhood put them in a position where they can graduate, go to Ivy League colleges. Maybe somehow his fathering got them.
Can I also say this? Looking the way those two look, they need an education. They ain't their mother.
Oh,
they ain't their mama.
I'm gonna know.
They ain't their mother.
They
Let's
are
just say that.
young ladies.
And they're adults. We're not talking about teenagers. They're in their 20s. They're in their 20s.
These are not the kind of women who are
beautiful young ladies. But we're gonna
I don't think we've ever had a podcast.
They ain't her mama.
Nobody is their parents.
I don't think we had a podcast where Daniel has been against a woman at any point ever.
Yeah.
I think you unconditionally defend women. That's great. That's crazy.
You give me one.
That's sexist.
No, it's
sexist.
not at all. You have not brought me a woman where I could feel that way about.
Well, so Daniel sees this woman. He sees a beautiful woman trying to
educated. Educated.
Whoa.
Morley Simmons?
Whoa.
Hold on. Oh. She has a business acumen that got her a lot of things.
I'm sure she knows business. Yes, I'm sure.
So.
Her husband, not so much. Not so much.
Well, wasn't she married to Seal at one time? Yeah,
no. The other,
the
Digimon Hansen. They are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Us free. Us free.
No, that wasn't him.
Jamin Hunsu, yes. That was the one that Steven Spielberg directed that movie.
Amistad?
Amistad.
Wait. I don't know that he's an Amistad.
That's not Jamin Hunsu?
I'm not sure. I don't know if
that
that
was
for
Seal.
sure. No, it wasn't. I
Premium Black News, y'all.
You hear Oren? He is so racist. He just getting up.
But we don't know all the black facts. Ain't that a bitch? Come on. As long as Daniel doesn't think that Set It Off was a classic. Classic film.
Set It Off was a classic. John Singleton was the man.
You are the most predictable man I've ever met on earth.
Please don't think that Set It Off was a classic film.
Liberals painted the perfect black man. Like you hit every spot, man.
Amistad. Okay.
Us free. Us free. Come on.
Katrina Palms
I dropped a tear when he yelled out in the courtroom, us free. Oh man!
Wow.
I just hate the fact that
that's a black rite of passage,
yes,
but directed by a white man.
A Jew.
It doesn't matter. Spielberg is
he's black now because he directed Color Purple.
No.
The one that depicts black men as savages and monsters and beaters.
Right.
Yeah, watch out, man.
Yeah.
See, Steven Spielberg. See, I'm telling you, man. They got you, man. They got you in every
All right,
way,
come on. Let's finish this. Come on.
Deliver. They got you, man. All right, sorry.
Holding that tape.
Children of divorced parents are oftentimes brainwashed. And I thought, wow, and people really, probably start to believe that in the world, social media, I don't know. People take sides, we all know that. People don't know what they see. You can show them something like this and they're like, I don't know if that was a hand. I don't know what that was. We're not sure, right? You don't know what you see or what you don't see. But I noticed that I got a lot of comments from that. Again, these are all comments and reports because he's blocked. And that's been that way for a while. Also funny to note that he has been blocked for quite a very long time, but yet continues to post messages like we're friends, we're comrades, we're there. He posts all old pictures of my kids. Basically, in my
His
opinion,
kids.
my humble
Yo,
opinion,
she is
You know,
evil.
What are you saying?
She just said she's talking about Carly Simmons.
Right.
She's saying he posts his old pictures of my kids. Isn't that his kids?
Right.
She said of my kids.
She's a single mother. That's how they talk.
That is true. That is true.
That's single mother talk.
The devil, man.
That's single mother talk. Yo, D, you okay over there?
Yeah.
Your day starts early. I know. It's getting late.
I don't know, delusional and living some kind of a lie, to put it mildly, in my opinion.
So this is the daughter.
I have not done anything to him. Anything he says that we've done is like, they didn't call me when I said call.
You see this, Daniel B? This is the face of a woman that needs education.
Yeah. I think she's emotionally like her mother did this to her, man. I'm telling you, man.
Like, we have done nothing but go to school and stay out of grown folks' business and let them do their legal stuff. And mom has encouraged that. She's been like, yeah, I mean, y'all are in college, like, be in college. Don't worry about this over here. But it's my dad who, if you unblock him for 2 seconds, he starts telling you what a cunt your mother is.
Alright, well that's not cool. Alright, if that's true.
If that's true.
Alright, if that's true, that's not cool.
And like, anytime you would block him for 2 seconds, at one point he lied that he had COVID. And so we called him like, alright, this is serious, are you okay? And he's like, nah, I just think that's telling your mother to be the shit.
I stand done.
Yo, you laughed. Tell about Daniel, you smirked.
Yo, Ulrich, we mad loud.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Daniel, you laughed too. Daniel, you laughed. You know what's funny?
I
He
saw
laughed and
that.
he tried to stop.
I laughed. I laughed because what I said is true about this young, beautiful black sister.
Oh, she is not
God, get
beautiful.
over it.
Stop.
But-
You're 70, like, grow up. And I never wanted to do this because I like
You grow up. What kind of video is this you're making? What kind of childish crap is this to
do what I
do?
enjoy doing. I just graduated college. I just got to New York. I might even have a job now. I don't fucking know. That will make me downfall, I guess.
You graduated from Harvard. What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean she needs a job that her father would help her get?
Oh, there we go.
Let's face it.
These are she's like a. You know,
Hold on.
Calling my mom this and that, and calling my sister this and that, and sending people to threaten my sister. He sent someone to threaten my sister at her house. You know my sister's a nice person. She's a quiet
Wait, please
person.
pause for a second.
Sure.
Bro, if this was a white woman, yo, Dan, your eyes would be rolling in the back of your head. You would be disgusted with this lady.
Okay,
You
don't
want-
speak for Daniel. Okay.
Wait, am I wrong about that, Dan?
Yes, totally.
He sent her in the middle of the night to like take her some papers to like sign away her inheritance or whatever. Then she was like, should I be signing this? And I was like, what? He like sends people to threaten her. And you know me as a calm person. No, please stop with the bullshit at all. I hope you find peace and privacy in this venting. I have been dealing with this my whole life. This is not new. It's not new drama. I already lived in the drama, so now I'm just sharing. This is not. There's no therapy you can go to with someone who weaponizes the fact that you don't want to go public, right? Because when he posts something and then I don't respond, I'm like, I don't want to have drama. And so he's been weaponizing that we don't want to. Have drama. I'm not.
I mean, for such an educated woman, she's having a hard time explaining what she means by him weaponizing their relationship or whatever it is. She did a horrible job at communicating, maybe because it was a lie.
Or maybe because she's
I care about
emotional.
my family. I don't like to have
Obviously.
this out there. But he uses that against you. Well, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to say something. So now I'm saying something. And if you're going to say one more thing about, like, you should be in private in therapy, get off, please. Because I'm telling you, he uses that against me, and I'm not going to have it. And my sister and my mother, and I'm not going to have it. He's going to spin the whole narrative about, oh, your mom turned you against me. I am very independent minded. You can ask my mom. She has an issue with me every day. since I was 4. I want to cut my hair. I want to move out. I want to do this. And she's like, we negotiate all the time. I'm not the type to like, whatever you say, mommy.
Whoa. She said that she negotiates with her mother since she was 4 years old. This is a single mother's nightmare. This is right here. You know how they say you reap what you sow? If you negotiate with a 4-year-old child, this is what you get at 23 years old. You get a wreck who's basically trying to say that her father would weaponize the fact that she wouldn't talk about him in a bad light. Why? Can I tell you why? Because of the jobs that she needs him to help her get. So why would she talk shit about her father if she's looking to be in the industry and have jobs that she needs him to let her in the door? He needs her to, so his attitude, so I'm not saying it's not true. She could be telling the whole honest truth.
Yeah.
That every time she wants to say something, he throws it in her face. Yeah? Maybe you won't get that job at that loft on that street. And you know you still need me. So go ahead and try to embarrass me if you want to. So I could see this happening. Narcissists are like that. And it's very possible that this man is very narcissistic.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So
sure.
I don't put that past him or her.
Yeah, I don't think Russell Simmons is necessarily a good or angel in this thing, but I think the reason that this woman and her kids need therapy is because of the mother, not the father.
Absolutely.
That's why they need therapy.
That's
the father.
Like Daniel B said, his mother, he wanted it from such a young age. Let's see what.
That way. She raised me with a lot of work. So he's gonna say she's not with me. I'm in New York. Like I said, I'm staying with a friend because he will not even give me $100 for rent, which is fine. I'm saving. But like all that money you're crying, he doesn't give me $1.
You better. If you ever want money, how can you ever block me?
People are 18, 20. They don't have parental support. I don't support me.
What did she say? Hold on. I love when people talk about they don't need money.
How they get
Not that you need
exposed?
it. You know, people work. People are 18, 20. They don't have parental support. I don't support me.
So she's saying her support team is not her father. That he doesn't give her money.
I'm not the type to like, whatever you say, mommy. I'm like kind of independent individual in that way. She raised me with a lot of work. So he's gonna say she's not with me. I'm in New York. Like I said, I'm staying with a friend because he will not even give me $100 for rent, which is fine. I'm saving.
Why are you going to him for money, not your mother
Oh, that
who
money
raised
you're
you?
crying. He doesn't give me
That's a little weird.
Not that you need it. You know, people work. People are 18, 20. They don't have parental support. I don't support you.
Why is she going to a mother that she has a bad relationship? Her dad, which she had a bad relationship with.
I don't
understand.
And maybe she's reading the text and she's responding at the same time.
And where's her tears?
You know, she did have tears. They seemed genuine earlier.
So don't tell me this is just
I
drama
don't
that
think
just
so.
started. I'm living in it. It's been terribly directed at the children. It's not like I could just stay out of it. We tried. I would be in school, living, happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, and my mom, if I asked a question, she'd be like, this is not your concern. But anytime I allowed him into my life, even to have lunch, he would start yelling about what it's like, tell your mom to do that. And I was like, I can't, what? Cursing, saying terrible words. If you don't agree with him immediately, it's immediately cursed out, foul things. Like, if you don't immediately say, oh my god, I hate my mother too, like, you're in trouble.
I think that's an exaggeration.
Which probably means she has agreed with him. Because she's saying if you don't, you're going to get in trouble. So there's times where she has agreed that mom is not a cool or good person.
Yeah.
She just snitched on herself.
People like this only remember their
Don't
traumas.
tell me this is just started.
I don't think she remembers anything or any time she maybe played their parents against each other or any situation where I think she literally has been in a position where she literally only remembers the bad stuff, and now she channels, and women have that power, man.
Right.
They can channel all that crap at once and just take them out, and they could rationalize it like it was a whole different situation than it was, I think. And that's what I think is happening here with this girl.
Right.
I think she's re-rationalizing stuff.
Let me continue.
I don't really care if I seem crazy because I know that I'm not. And like I said, I will release every email. I'll release erase my entire WhatsApp log because I have behaved as well as I could have at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I behaved as well as I could. Please give me some space. I don't want to talk about that. Well, I don't want to hear you say about my mom. Could you please stop? Please don't call my friends. Please don't call my boyfriend. Please don't call my friends at school. Please don't DM my friends at school on Instagram to harass me. Please don't threaten my job. Please don't send people to threaten my sister. I have done the best I possibly could. And I mean that. On my own. Like, it's not... He and my mom have had disagreements. I'm not involved in them. But he forces me to be involved. Even now, he'll say I didn't want drama. I have texts of him saying, go on live. No one will fucking believe you. Do it. Go ahead. Nobody cares. Fine. Let's go then. Go on live. See if anyone fucking believes you. I'm Russell Simmons. Who believes you? So, you know. Did I miss anything? Not the living voice. Rich people are crazy, bro. Thank you for your thoughts. That's so helpful. So yeah.
This is a live stream.
Right.
I thought this was a YouTube video response to her dad. This is a live stream.
It's a live
This
stream.
is she's disgusting.
She's a clout chaser.
She's a terrible person. Look at this.
Why die? So
Wow.
yeah, y'all might not really see me much more. Like I might not continue.
That's why I said those tears were down. Said just a lot. This is come on. Everything I thought is just revalidated every 10 seconds of the video.
Right.
All my prejudice is about her. We were getting ready before.
But I'm saying that now. A lot of people who will say, "Oh, I would back up someone if they said, look what I have evidence. Look what's being done to me," and it's gonna be, oh well.
And anybody does this to a group of strangers is unwell. This is somebody they're unwell.
Right.
They're having a conversation. This is craziness. This was I can't top this. This really triggered me, man.
I'm thinking about honestly some people that I care about so much who don't know that me and my dad have issues, and I'm worried that they're gonna abandon me, not talk to me, turn away from me, and as sad as that is, I'm sure if they do that, I'm better off without them. But
I'm gonna read while she. Wow, who reads when she
She's
cries?
reading
That's
while she's
crazy.
crying.
That's a crazy
You did
person.
catch that just
like,
then. She's
who
reading
does
the
that?
text while she's crying.
Like who does? That's not a normal person could do that. There's something up with her.
In 2012, he was so spiritual. If you don't believe me, so I have the evidence.
She's a narcissist, man. And I mean, she probably got it from her dad, but she's the same creature. She can't talk about that evil as another evil.
It's been years. So yeah, then I love my dad. I always loved my dad.
Whoa.
You can look at any picture of me as a child of my family. I'm always with my dad, hugging his legs, something. I think I have like 45 Daddy's Girl t-shirts when I was like 4.
She speaks like a child.
I love my dad. And if he tries to say, oh,
How
they're
did she
awful
get
to
to
me,
these
to me,
ideas? It had to be by cloud.
on Instagram, he would performatively make people think that we're not upset. So yeah,
He's a 24-year-old, 2-year-old.
maybe I'm
4-year-old.
4-year-old, there we go.
Oh, we're covered or something.
Okay, so I want to share when they
Oh,
say
yeah,
he
please.
pretends to be with them, like pretends to be at their graduations and things like that. I want to share with you exactly what they mean because if you go to his Instagram, you can see it once you put 2 and 2 together. Like at first I didn't see it, but when you put 2 and 2 together, he makes these collages that makes it look like he's with them, but he's really not. So you have Aoki's graduation from Harvard University. And so it looks like she's running up to him, like, this is from her Insta stories, but it looks like she's running to him, and then he posts pictures of them together. It's a whole collage of pictures of them together. But what her and Kimura are saying are they are not together. Like, these are old pictures he's
He
posted.
could just be proud of his daughter.
And then he
Come
put in the
on,
caption,
man.
most people say you have
I
time
thought
to
Russell
play
was your
when you
man.
graduate early.
I'm defending
You're
him now.
just wow.
I'm like going to bat for
Congratulations,
Russell.
my darling. My prayer, Aoki Lee Simmons. You see, he can't really at her. He said, has a lifetime to play. She has already accomplished enough. So, darling, let go of the fierce need to compete. Focus all your energy on self-discovery, consciousness, and happiness. The dharma or purpose that you choose in life will naturally multiply and the world will benefit. Your worldly assets and successes, which will continue to multiply, will be your gifts back to the needy world. You are destined for a happy life defined by your enlightened perspective of non-attachment and self-awareness. This is my prayer for you to fully realize the self or God's consciousness in this lifetime. I think that's a beautiful prayer. But what they're saying is this is all phony. Underneath it all, it's all phony. He's not with them. These are old pictures. He is not there.
I don't
Same
look at it
thing
that
when-
way.
Yeah, me either. That's
I
what
look
said.
at it as a guy who's posting pictures of his daughter and him together, and the one picture of her running. I didn't take that as she was running
Yeah,
to him,
no, not at all.
because the feds would have been running behind her and locking his ass up. That's why he didn't show.
He graduated from NYU. You see these collage
Or at least that's
pictures,
his
and it
fear.
makes it look like they're in touch, but they're really not. In the caption for her, he put, God's greatest gifts are your children. Love them unconditionally. So proud and inspired
his
by
daughter?
what you have
Jeez.
become. What is not apparent on the surface
Hey,
is
that
your
one's
amazing
not too
heart.
shabby.
This
Feels
is for
right.
sure your greatest gift.
Yeah, which one's that? Yeah.
Continue to be compassionate and loving. I love you.
Maybe
I
that
love
she's
and
keeping
cherish
quiet
you.
for a
Keep
reason.
going,
She has a
the
chance in
world
this
is
industry.
yours.
Oh.
So after IOP did the first live, she kind
That's
of calmed
low
down. She
titties,
posted
though,
these
but it's
Insta stories and then she went live again. She said, I have done everything I could do. Since I was 15, I have tried my hardest to not have drama, to be quiet and calm for the sake of the family that I love. But I don't know what a person can do at this point. Maybe if I was older, I'd know. And she said, some
come
of us
on.
do think he's mentally ill or experiencing something like dementia. He really acts like he hates and does not know his children frequently.
So they're gaslighting him.
Prior to his media issues, he was a really the best dad ever and a great co-parent. He and my mom were best friends. We all defended him against anything, and then he suddenly turned on anyone who would let him lash out. It's really just terrifying. It's a terrifying
pause
change
it.
to watch.
All right, so he's been a good dad for up until that little child. The media issue I think they're referring to is the child, the issue with the younger girls or something like that. That's the only media issue.
Yeah, I guess.
So that means they've had a solid relationship up until then. So how does she know the stress from that is not making him lash out, or
Well,
especially
where's the
since they're
sympathy for what
divorced?
he's
Where's the
going
sympathy?
through?
Where's the sympathy for him? It said that these people are pieces
And
of
this
work.
is what she
man.
said in the second IG live.
Between a lot of people who are close to him and who've had experienced how he is, just lashed out at anyone he can and
She's been
completely
a
changed the
princess
person
at
that
heart.
he
She's been
is.
bad.
A lot of us feel like maybe something is wrong, like mentally, I don't know. He's older.
Somebody said your
I-
mom said she's gonna call
But-
you.
He has completely changed. I will come on here and talk about whatever I want, but it's my life and I'm the one suffering.
Your mom wants to be on live with you.
So- He has completely changed. The couple texts I just had, those are only the beginning. I'm gonna go through them if he's gonna. I don't want
And
to.
if this is a recent change, look how quickly they turn on him.
It's not happening.
These
I
jerks.
will.
Like, I can't believe I really thought she was gonna mention some trauma, maybe like we don't know how bad he used to be or something like that. But that doesn't seem to be. That's not what she's insinuating.
I will say, I'm not even sure if it's to his credit, but the best explanation I have is something mental going on. Because I used to be very close to my dad. He used to be a good co-parent, close to my mom.
Your mom wanted to go on your live, but she said she'll call you.
We
You
all
see
went on
how
vacation together
different
every
she
year.
was? Like, Adam.
Very close. Well after the divorce.
Wait,
Everyone was
that-
pretty happy.
He was like that.
When he had visited, he was
Yeah, help him up. Come on, we're done.
Good friends. He'd come stay with us.
All right. We're not gonna go through this whole thing. I get it. We got a young lady here, a beautiful young lady, not a model like her mother, not that je ne sais quoi like her mother.
Or her sister.
She's quite basic. Come on, Daniel B. Come on, Ulrich. I don't want to be by myself. Come on. So now we got this basic chick mad at her dad, and now goes live. Mother supposedly supposed to be joining the live, but decides, tell her I'll call her. So this is nothing new for the mother dealing with this child in this kind of. Don't forget, this is a young lady who says she suffers from panic attacks. So that means that she's on some sort of medication, and this is something that I feel bad for the boyfriend. The boyfriend that she has right now, wow, he has his hands full. And for my last words, because we're just going to do last words. For my last words, I would like to say that the worst thing in the world is a single mother. A single mother is going to bring this kind of fruit. That's what you're going to sow. So I think a woman and a man needs to do everything they can to make sure that you're not a single mom raising a child. Single father, I think, could do it a lot better than a single mom.
And an American single mom.
An American single mom. That's a good point, too. An American single mom. According to Ulrich. I don't have any of the stats. I don't have any of the stats, but let me tell you, man, I like to see these elitists go through this drama. I like to see the pain in that girl's eyes, kind of, sort of. It was pain for a few minutes, and then it went to, let me read what they're saying. It was kind of strange, actually. And then she was speaking to the world out there, and to me, she was clout chasing because she was the one who posted the picture of mom and her as a 4-year-old. She keeps talking about that 4-year-old self. She's definitely stuck. She's in a stalled reality, and her stalled reality is leaving her still childlike. And I think what we have is a young lady who's suffering from having to grow the F up. We have a young lady who has to now take responsibility. She has to pick up her shoes and her dress or clothes. She got to dress herself, and it's over. You're 24. College is over. I'm sorry. Deal with the realities that you have to mature. You have to grow up. You have nobody else to blame. No, your mother's not joining your live. No, she's going to call you later. This is the real world. Wake up, people. And all you single mamas out there, recognize what you see here might be what you'll get too. You're not exempt from this. This is not just a rich person's problem right here, or a poor person's problem. This is all of our problems. Daniel B.
I don't wish this on anyone, rich, poor, whatever. But my last words is, no one wins when a family feuds.
Wait a minute.
No, that's good. That's good.
All right.
You know where it's from, right?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
444, the album, is a song called Family Feud, Jay-Z and Beyonce. And it says
Okay.
nobody wins with a family feuds, and it's true.
Well, they won when their family feuded in that elevator, and they dropped Lemonade, and then they dropped what he dropped. Apologizes. Let's not play that
true.
game.
That's true.
They
That's
took
true.
a bet. Just because you were able to take something bad and continue doing good doesn't mean it wasn't bad. And like they said, nobody wins when a family feud. And as Jay said,
But they won from their feuding, so it's so contradictory for Jay to say that.
no,
What Jay is saying is, you ain't gonna win if you feud with your family. Look at us. We're gonna win. I got attacked in the elevator, and I'm winning more than you can ever imagine.
Solange is volatile.
Solange.
So your last words, Joe?
My last words. You know, a lot of my hostility has kind of worn down for her. She's just a broken kind of. She's a broken lady, and like me getting angry at her is not going to make her any less broken. So I hope. I don't even hope. I can care less how their family turns out. But you know, I hope in general that people see this as an example at the potential that to say what both of you said, how feuds work and how single parent households can really affect. Both of these things can really be detrimental, and you can make one of these. You know?
Yes.
I just want to say one last thing. As my black brother Andrew Tate says, I hope everyone wins.
All right, that's perfect.
I don't remember him saying that, but okay.
I kind of paraphrase a lot of that. It wasn't a direct quote.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of, added some shit.
He's getting more revered. You can't paraphrase him. All right.
All right. I'm Big Elvis the chef. I'm a guy, regular guy like you.
I'm on work.
And I'm Daniel B.